A horrifying creature roams the deserts of Arizona, leaving behind a wake of destruction in its path. Its true story is a lot weirder than you think. This week on American Loser.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
On the edge they take the throne, built on bones of those unknown. Counted first, never last, still erased from the past. I am an American loser. No one remembers my name. No legacy and no future. One step behind in the game.
What is going on here, folks? Welcome back to another episode of American Loser. We're in our gas digital era now, folks, okay? The show works in eras. And here we are. Of course, my name's KP Burke. We're telling you weird, messed up stories from American history. And I have a returning guest here this week, my buddy, fresh off another Kill Tony appearance, apparently, right?
Yeah.
You're a little bit of a legend over there. The guest, by the way, folks, Tristan Bowling, folks.
Thank you. I am the creepy American lizard that's going across the Serengeti over there. But no, yeah. The Kill Tony was fun. Happy to be back in New York, hanging out at gas with the crew. A lot of fun.
Well, you killed it your first time on the show, man. So I'm stoked you came back.
Oh, thank you.
I did
man.
cater the show to you a little bit.
Yeah, a touch. Arizona. You're trying to hit me in my soft
feel like-
spots.
Yeah, man. Also, I want to know what if you guys actually give a shit about the thing I'm going to talk about today or not, or if you're like, oh, that's weird. I didn't know that.
I think I vaguely know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty excited here too. And real quick, we got to of course say hello to Dr. Michael Harrington, who is vigorously training for an upcoming some sort of a scheduled fight at let's say Legion Fest. We'll keep calling it. I don't know if the rebrand is still in effect or not.
So silly.
But Dr. Harrington, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Getting very close to fighting weight. So
I like that, man. And also, I really quickly just want to give a quick shout out to our boy, our good friend, the Dominator, who is back from a trip to Mecca. And I believe, Dom, what is the new Muslim name we're going to be referring to you as?
Mohammed.
Zohran. Got it. Okay, Zohran is here in the studio with us, folks.
What I like about Mohammed, original. Not
It's,
a lot of people have done it.
It's isn't it weird? You name your kid Muhammad in the religion of Islam, completely acceptable.
Yeah.
Name your kid, Moses. It's a little bit sketchy, right?
Yeah.
Name your kid Jesus. You're Spanish.
True.
It's weird how that one works.
I know.
Never made sense to me, but it's.
Name your kid Optimus Prime. Everyone's pumped.
Well, I got to pick out baby names now, and I.
Are you expecting?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna. I knocked up my producer, not Harrington, the other one. But yeah, we're having a boy.
Oh, that's so congratulations.
Yeah, she already shot down naming it MacGyver.
Ah, come on, MacGyver's cool.
Yeah, there'd be two MacGyvers at that point. Right?
Someone's already named MacGyver in her family.
MacGyver.
Oh well, yeah, well, of course.
So I was excited on that one, man.
What about Doogie Howser, MD?
Doogie? Did that one work too? And then what did I have the other day? I came up with
MASH.
What was it? Nathan Yahoo Burke.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's a great website. My best friend's name is Nathan. That's why I'm doing it, folks.
Yeah.
So I got a weird ass story for you. It's sort of in the Halloween theme of things. I always like to do some sort of weird, creepy history stuff.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, man, where can people find you? Because I'm a fan, dude. I met you for the first time on the show. We'd met once or twice before.
Yeah.
Instant fan. Sign me up, dude. Whatever you need. All right.
That's very kind of you, bud. You can find me on Instagram at Tristan is Comedian, doing dumb sketches here. Sometimes I did a sketch. I filmed at Gas yesterday. Seemed to put the whole studio up in arms. But you know what? I'm a renegade. And
I hear you. You got Nick Fuentes was on that one. Is that correct?
Yeah, Nick Fuentes was on that one.
He just hangs out here all the time, folks.
And Nick Fuentes actually gave Harrington a fish.
That's beautiful then.
That's true. I know.
So Harrington keeps that in solidarity with their shared beliefs.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Actually, the fish arranged its food so it said "white is right" in the bottom of its bowl. That's how you can tell it's genuine. They call it a beta fish, but it's an alpha.
I believe that now. It's a solid joke, by the way.
Yeah.
This one's trippy, and like I said, Tristan is a Arizona native originally, so if you know this story, chime in at any moment here. But I read this one. This got sent to me. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Eric Albert for giving me this info.
Shout out, Albert.
He would be on this show almost weekly if I could bring him in, but he just has too many DUIs. It's really the truth.
It's keeping him out of New
It's
York.
the only reason that he is not a household name comedian. He's one of the funniest, most original guys I know, but just a few too many on the Deweys. You know what I mean?
Take the train.
We try. I'm pretty sure he would have to blow into the train to start it. At this point, that's how far along.
If you have
he
to
is.
blow into a train, that's not a guy who works for the train.
Different kind of trains.
You're in the bathroom. If you follow a man to the bathroom saying, "Hey, you need to blow into this to see if you can get on the train," that man does not work for the MTA or New York Transit Authority.
Public just announcement here for you guys. If someone is telling you that you have,
Yeah.
it's easier to just skip over the gate, right, and just take the ticket than it is to have to deal with that, folks.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many times he taps his foot in front of the stall door. You don't have to do what he says.
Maybe he's got a song in his head.
That's
Yeah.
And really, it's an act of love. You know what I mean? I personally, I wouldn't do it, but like sometimes it's June. And
What I do is I put my foot underneath the stall door and then I start perfectly replicating the intro drum bass line for Hot to Teacher. Where it sounds like a motorcycle. And they'd be like, he's gay and he's cool. That's what I know about this guy.
You just walk out, there's a line of people lined up around. They're like, I guess,
Yeah.
we're all getting in.
This guy loves anonymous blowjobs and hair metal.
Well, we just came up with a great idea for a booth.
And all I got was this stupid t-shirt. I love anonymous blowjobs and hair metal.
You get through all that, and then the train is still delayed, and you're like, come on, guys, what else do I have to do?
Guys.
This one is chaos here, folks. Not nearly as much chaos as we just created, but that's the beauty of the show right now. Also, go ahead and if you want to check out back episodes so you can see Tristan's other appearances on the show, the entire back catalog is available on Gas Digital. Use promo code LOSER, get $1 off a month, and enjoy other great shows here like the Legion podcast. Someday Harrington will tell me if the rebrand is still in effect. I don't know. But and then also
I can't wait. I say I give it till Skankfest till that bit dies. I think it's about them.
I have some inside knowledge on that one, but I can't divulge.
You can't disclose?
Yeah, I can't. Well, it involves Mike Sicoli. We'll put it that way. But this one's trippy. We'll start it here. I always try to go like Tarantino-ish with it if I can. I try to get you right in the middle of it because. You ever have a movie where it starts off great and then it just totally fizzles out?
Yeah, Schindler's List.
What a bummer of a flick, by the way.
I honestly never seen that, though. It's just funny.
And then to recast Liam Neeson and Ralph Fiennes in a movie about Greek gods a couple years later.
Did they do that?
I'm pretty sure they were in... what was the Clash of the Titans remake? They were both in that. And I was like, where have I seen these two guys before?
Same cinematic. A lot of people don't know that. But Schindler's List and Clash of the Titans are
the Greek
same.
mythology, that's right. No, it all clicks. It all lightning bolts and shit.
Yeah.
Terrifying. This particular story is going to take place in 1883. It's Arizona. Two men are going to leave to check on their cattle near Eagle Creek. This is the hardest part for me when I do stuff about like states I'm not familiar with.
Yeah.
Is like if I know an area, I'm like, all right, well, who's famous from the area or whatever. And I'm pretty sure you're one of like the top 5 most famous people from Arizona.
We have Michael Longfellow and David Spade.
Oh, you're gonna just leave out John McCain? Okay, buddy.
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
I see you.
Sorry, the only thing I address of him is his daughter's juicy tits. I don't know. Does Megan McCain have big tits? I think she does.
She does. She kind of looks like it'd be a great Halloween costume for her. Would be Dog the Bounty Hunter's wife.
Oh yeah,
that would kind of fit.
Is it
on
Beth?
Yeah, I believe.
Isn't it Beth?
I assume that was her name.
Yeah.
It's usually whatever he was calling her started with a B. I knew that much.
Yeah.
But
breasts. Hey, breasts. Can you come over?
You're actually going more polite than what I thought.
Yeah.
But Eagle Creek, Arizona, is where these two cowboys head out to go check on their cattle. It's 1883, by the way. While they're gone, straight out of a horror movie, one of the men's wives will hear dogs barking loudly, and the other wife is screaming off in the distance. When the men return, the wife tells a story of hearing the screams and horrifies the men, telling them of a reddish, nightmarish beast that she saw in passing that she claimed was being ridden by a devilish-looking creature, which to me sounds like a mix of the Jersey Devil, Headless Horseman, maybe a little Bigfoot mixed in there. But these are all East Coast stories. What the hell is out in Arizona causing this chaos? just blanket statement. Do you know anything about this story, or
I think it's John McCain.
it's it's John McCain? He's out there trying to get a tax pass or a law pass rather that's going to lower the cost of cable.
Yeah,
That was the one thing I loved him
he's
about.
He's John McCain going door to door telling about telling people how he's bummed that they broke his shoulders in Vietnam and now he can't ride a roller coaster because he can't put his arms above his head.
We actually we had to study the USS Forrestal footage when I was in the Navy.
Oh yeah,
And at the very end, like, oh, and by the way, this was the aircraft carrier he was on.
no shit.
Yeah, pretty trippy, man.
That's crazy.
The now Arizona, like, if you were to give people, because most of I'm lucky, I got listeners all over, but like, let's say I got one great buddy over in England who's been supporting the show since it started.
Oh no shit.
Now, how do I sell him Arizona? Give me your firsthand experience of how I explain Arizona to a nice fella from, Northern England.
Australia with Mexicans. I mean, like that's the best I can. I mean, probably no, because Australia is more lush. It's hard to say because I'm like you never even. I feel like there's no comparable like region over in I guess like India, but like that's not even like I'm thinking more arid climate, but that's more dense and
So
populated.
you're accidentally nailing it for a great lead in here because there's a lot of desert out there.
It's tons of desert. It's a crazy amount of desert. Unless you get to Flagstaff, then it's like 20 miles of trees. And
Well, it's ballsy that we would live there and inhabit it and, get a legendary running back like Cam Scattaboo out of it. I mean, it's been pretty awesome. It's
I
been
know.
pretty awesome.
Also, Pat Tillman. Pat Tillman
No
was
way.
for the Cardinals.
Dude, that Pat Tillman is the guy that people always tell me, like, you got to do an episode. And I was like, dude, I'm just done crying. Okay,
Dude,
I can't be any more sad about the horror story of Pat Tillman and everything that happened to him.
Yeah, dude. I saw it. First off, Pat Tillman looks like the epitome of a Marine.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
he looks
his
like,
jawline was. I mean, at what age does that present itself? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he looks like a building block.
he was
Just jawline wise.
straight out of Central Casting.
Yeah.
And, what was he? He wasn't a Marine though. He was.
Was he? I think he was. Was he Army?
I believe he was Army Ranger. I want to say.
Yeah, I think he was.
I think so.
He was like one above instead of being regular base level of like Navy or Army.
He
was
went
like
total
one above.
badass.
Yeah.
and that's why his story like just kills me.
He
There
was
is
he was an Army Ranger in the 2nd Battalion of the 75th Ranger Regiment.
Mike Harrington, right there, up and on it, folks.
yeah.
Dude, Pat, that was a brutal story. You're right. He was an Arizona Cardinal. You're
Yeah.
correct on that one.
He was an Arizona Cardinal, and there's a really funny Family Guy just throwaway joke where it's like it's a whole time travel storyline, and Brian stops 9/11 in one of the time travelings, and it cuts to like the newscast being like, in other news, Pat Tillman tackled by his own team. It just goes back to it.
Family Guy's throwaway jokes, that's when they were still getting reckless, which I appreciate because sometimes I can't tell when something's AI anymore. Like if someone's just using their animation for something. But it's, I'm still hung up on the beauty of Australia with Mexicans because I feel that the accuracy of that just, as a guy who's never been to Arizona, all of a sudden you've transported me there.
Yeah, no, I like to bring a little piece with me everywhere I go.
I always like the Dave Attell joke where he said, "This is where Coke meets meth."
Oh yeah, it's called Speed.
It makes sense on that one, dude. This one's trippy. This particular story because it's the lead-in is obviously a horrifying, scary movie opening scene essentially. And again, we have what they're describing as a reddish, devilish-looking beast that passes by in the night. Ridden by a demonic-looking creature. And again, I'm a Jersey guy, so I think Jersey Devil. I think other people are, Sasquatch heavy. I know there's a whole group of people that are into that. Sass heads.
Yeah.
Bigfoot fetish is what
Squatch bodies.
Squatch Bodies is actually the website that Harrington's wife found him on.
That was I was waiting to see where that was going. You should fuck him up.
That's...
Harrington, you should fuck up Kate.
Nah, dude. Harrington and I are both just fellas that obviously... I'll tell you what we got. Harrington and I are two guys that are Shrek.
Yeah.
And then we found girls that think they look like Fiona as a ogre.
Yeah.
But they actually just look like Cameron Diaz with red hair.
Yeah.
So we outkicked our coverage, and we just prey on their insecurities and just thank God that they allow us on the ride with them.
Yeah.
By the way, I love you, Carly. This is where, to me, this is where you can make a decent movie about this thing. The men go looking in the night, and they find the one guy's wife. She's the one that was screaming out in the desert, and she's been trampled to death, buddy.
That'll cause you to holler.
Yep. So that's one definite KIA here.
There's a body.
Yep. So that's one that we can at least confirm.
Squatch
on this.
body. Here.
They're going to follow the hoof prints of this creature, and eventually they're going to find red hair. So, obviously, the work of ginger children, you know, they just can't be trusted.
It's not impossible to rule out Chucky. I'm just saying.
Child's Play back in the 1880s. That's great. He's just an evil Jack in the Box. That's really what he is.
Yeah, it's not. It's like evil by their standards, so he just doesn't pray 17 times a day.
Just having the red hair is what made him demonic back then.
Yeah, just happens to be like not white.
It's Chucky's a tough one on that, man. That would be. I don't think you could do the time travel thing that all the other movies do with him.
Yeah, you don't think so?
Well, because
Chucky goes to foggy London town. Jack the Ripper's actually Chucky?
Now we're talking.
Oh my God. Give me $1.5 million and a terrible Spectra. I'll make this right now.
Looks like we got a little toddler fella with red hair keeps disemboweling all the working girls down here.
It's crazy to make a movie just for Zach and Miko's spook show.
If they make that one, dude, I guarantee you I'll make sure that you and I are on that. It's the story, by the way, as all stories go, is going to quickly embellish. By finding the red hair on the scene of the crime over here, they can at least confirm that the woman's not lying. She's not making all this stuff up. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But so she's telling the truth. Whether or not these other people are telling the truth, we just can't tell. Within days of that news of the attack spreading out to other people, there's a group of prospectors that will report something tearing up their camp, and then more red hair is found at the scene.
Do you know what's unfortunate is that just through just modern day kind of media, whenever I hear prospector, I imagine almost a cartoon character of like one, overall kind of over his shoulder.
Oh, what you found up there?
They'd be like, oh, you say you found a demon here.
Dude, worst in that it's the best, but it's one of the worst dad jokes I've ever heard. But it was, did you hear about the non-binary prospector?
No.
He found gold in them there hills.
That is.
It shouldn't be as good as it is, but
that is really funny.
I really didn't like the person that told me that joke either, but I was like, laugh's a laugh.
Fuck you.
Gotta respect the kill.
Yeah.
So they do find, and I hear prospector, I think that same thing too. But these guys are saying this thing attacked its camp, and then they also find the red hair there. Now there's going to be reports of a wagon being attacked, and this is going to lead to more stories. They're going to embellish and keep going and going. Some stories proclaim the creature to be as tall as 30 feet. One story had it destroying and killing a bear. If something kills a bear, especially, what kind of bears are in Arizona, actually?
Just honestly,
you're not really grizzly country, are you?
No, I can only imagine the bears that we have are off of it's just gay guys. We don't got real bears. we don't got
closeted gay men in Arizona.
I mean, maybe up north. This is during the 1800s, so just animals are I'm going to go that way and see what happens.
Yeah, anything you can hunt down in Red Dead Redemption, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm maybe they got bears. Actually, probably more towards up north. It's more bear country and shit like that. But
that makes sense. Because in Jersey, it's if you see a black bear, you're all right, stay away from it. But if he's getting too close to something, you can probably throw something at him. That's kind of how we handle
black
it.
Bears are kind of the more
docile.
Yeah, they're the silly bears.
Yeah. And then grizzly bears, it's once you've seen it, it's probably too late.
And polar bears are just plain. Get on a plane and escape the ground.
Yeah, as fast as you. Coca-Cola really just did a total disservice to all the people that have
If
been.
there was lore-accurate Coca-Cola like ads
Yeah, it
with
should just
polar
be
bears.
an Inuit village being slaughtered, and then at the
Yeah.
end of it, he just washes down a newborn with it.
Yeah, just using a baby seal cub as a koozie,
Oh, dude.
just jamming a fucking fresh bottle of Coke in it.
What? It's about Christmas. It's
What, it's
about Christmas.
What? Sorry, we don't want to get real here. We don't want to get real.
I
Coca-Cola?
guess there's a war on Christmas, folks.
Yeah.
That's now. Speaking of Red Dead Redemption, this one's great. This would be a great side mission in that game. A local cowboy claims that he actually lassoed this demonic red-haired creature with the devilish rider on the back. He comes into town. Now, this is probably a guy full of shit. This is a guy like
No.
you know the exact type where somebody comes off stage after a hot bomb and they're like, I don't get it, man. That joke's worked everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know.
No, dude, I just have a name. It's so hard to see. I wish my head was one of the. Do you know when you go to like Universal and it's like those T-shirts that have like the scrolling LCD print where you can put like "Happy Birthday, Martha" or something like
copy.
that.
Okay, I'm tracking.
Yeah. I wish I had that on my forehead and you could just read the name that I'm thinking about. I mean, it's crazy to go up there and be Bill Maher for 5 minutes and being like, I don't know why they don't like me. It's just because
am I talking down to the crowd too much? This is
I only mentioned being on the red carpet 17 times.
it's very important that you guys understand how great I am at being here for you right now. That's
Yeah.
what's important.
Yeah.
Also, I think we're far enough in our careers here, and I'm sorry for the casual asides, but that's what we do now, folks. I think I'm pretty grateful with comedy. I've gone a lot farther with it than I thought I was ever going to, and I still love doing it and everything. But I think I finally hit the point where I'm tired of guys being on shows at like good clubs, like a headliner, and the first thing they do is they say, "Wow, my career's really in the shitter." You know?
Yeah, that's rude.
Yeah, it's like I'm really sorry that I'm sorry that you have a weekend at a club. That's like still got people coming out to see it. I don't know if you know this, but in about 4 hours, I'm going to wake up and go to my job cutting trees down because I know you're not on the Tonight Show anymore. I'm kind of talking about the guy we were talking about without saying it, aren't I?
Yeah.
I won't say anything here, folks. I'm not going to say anything bad. Let's just say he's not grateful for all the success he's had in comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a little tired of him complaining.
Completely aside, I don't like the show Friends. And that has nothing to do with the person I was talking about.
I kind of solved that one in my head just now, didn't I, buddy?
Yeah.
Yep. Is he got a lot of strong opinions about the New York Knicks?
I don't know.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on then.
Yeah.
So now the cowboy says he's lassoed this thing, and again, some reports have it as tall as 30 feet tall. And he says that he lassoed it before it flung him to the ground, and he wasn't able to come away. So of course, he's got a great story and no proof. That's always how it works. He's lucky to have escaped with his life.
30 feet tall is crazy because in the 1800s, that's like the second tallest thing in most places where it's at.
100% too, and it's 30 feet of anything is terrifying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so this thing they embellish it. The legend is kind of growing, and this is where it gets hard to separate fact from fiction. But this is the very fun part of this. This is the early lore of a thing called the Red Ghost.
Yes.
You've heard about the Red Ghost?
I have heard of the Red Ghost.
What do you guys know about this one here? Because this guy who does lasso him, he is able to confirm one thing. He goes, I can't tell you much, but I can tell you I did see a skeleton rider on the back of this mythical, dangerous red beast.
Well, the thing that's kind of unfortunate, because I know the end of this story.
Nice.
Yeah. So, like, the thing that's unfortunate is when, like, almost like it's like a La Llorona character where it's like becomes myth and then like stories come from it that have lessons and you're just like and you're sitting there and just being like, and that's why you don't throw rocks at kids, and you're just being like, but that was disproven as unreal, and they actually found it and they're like, well, don't throw rocks at kids.
Dude, I kind of want to know what the life's parable is going to be for this story, because
it's just someone taking, like, literally, it's like stupid shit. It's the same. It's like the same thing as like, oh, you don't want your kid to go out like past whatever street lights. Oh, that you can't do that. because the demon man on the thing will come get you. He's 30 feet tall, and you just it's like a filler.
So it's just to keep kids well behaved.
Yeah.
I always thought this was interesting too. Is that apparently up north during the Civil War, moms used to tell misbehaving children that they better become good children, otherwise Stonewall Jackson will come get them in their sleep. Apparently that was a real thing. So
That's crazy. That's a man.
Yeah, it's the idea. Now, is he going to kill you in your sleep? Or is he doing like a Freddy Krueger thing? Or is he just going to like force you to fight in the war because you're 11 and it's time to die for your country?
Yeah. When you see Stonewall Jackson in your sleep, you see Stonewall Jackson for real.
Say Jefferson Davis into the mirror 3 times over.
I can't do it. You're such a pussy, Tristan. No, dude. I gotta go home.
Well, this guy is setting the lasso the thing, and he's white with fear when he's telling the story, so they buy into this. But the idea is this going to be the apocalypse? We're talking about a hellish beast with a dead skeleton rider, which sounds like it's right out of the Book of Revelation.
It also sounds like a sick Meatloaf album cover.
That dude, he gets as a bigger guy. He is kind of my hero for that.
Oh yeah.
Well, when you look like me and you want to have long hair, and then you're like, oh, I'm just gonna get called Meatloaf, and you're like, Meatloaf.
It's either Meatloaf or Sam Kinison.
Which there was a hot period of time where I couldn't tell the two of them apart. I also, for a minute, swore that Sam Kinison was the mom from Goonies.
Oh, yeah. That'd be awesome.
Well, this is Arizona, folks. So after spooking all the local people, you kind of know how at some point there's going to be a couple of cowboys with a couple of revolvers, and they're going to get involved heavy here. There's 5 of them, in fact, that say that upon seeing the beast, the cowboys just straight up unload on it, just empty, just full send on everything. And they managed to shoot the head off of the rider. So that's kind of cool. So remember, this is a giant red-haired beast, 30 feet tall, with a skeleton rider, but they shoot the skeleton's head off.
Because, first off, that's not going to help. You think the skeleton rider, the only thing that's keeping it up is the skeleton head?
We're going for headshots, but, I mean, why are you shooting the skeleton's head? I don't know, it'll go through his brain.
It'll kill an alive man. This is a dead man. And they go, whoa! Just hold up their fucking belt holster. Fucking, what is it called? Belt buckle? Run by belt buckle first.
You just know that they're going to call them varmints.
Oh,
yeah. I kind of feel like varmint is getting thrown around back then.
Dude, I fucked up at work today, and I was thinking, I'm like, what if I get fired? That would suck. And I'm like, I would ask them to fire me like how Yosemite Sam would fire me. We're like, you're fired!
Pretty sure that's where potentially our current president came up with his his slogan for his reality show.
Yeah, his reality show, the U.S. government.
By the way, folks, government is still shut down. 2 wars have ended, and they're still collecting taxes. So
we should keep it shut down. 2 wars have ended.
That's the most libertarian argument you could make. And also, that being said, is that it's weird they still collect federal taxes while they're shut down.
Damn, what a crazy booking. Going from Nick Fuentes to Tristan Bowling, I'm part of the problem.
Well, if this network was to go down right now, the Facebook fan page would go crazy, the Twitter stuff would go crazy, and then the government shut down, and everyone's like, I don't know, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Kind of like it. I'm okay with this.
I don't know. Well, me and Nick Fuentes, God forbid a white boy get a little motion. All right?
You're handsomer than him.
If I ever did a podcast with him, I would mandate that we put on do-rags.
That's you'd have to find a way to trap him. Dude, I don't even want to just keep turning this into a Fuentes riff, but I can't help myself. It's just picture him on Story Wars. One time, I organized a rally in Charlottesville with all my friends. Whose story is this?
Lewis. Just Big J immediately. Lewis. This isn't Lewis. Oh, shit.
Oh, there's always a tell. There's always a tell.
Yeah. No, I looked on Reddit.
And our book this week, written by the former Chancellor of Germany.
Yeah.
Trippiest thing here is that when these guys shoot, they do legitimately pull this off, according to their story. They do shoot the skeleton head off of this thing, and when they come and they're actually able to get the skeleton, the thing rides off. They check the skeleton head, and it still has some human skin on it and hair.
Really?
So, like,
wait, they got the head?
yeah, they were able to find the head. And so according to their report is that there's still like flesh and hair on this thing. So it's
He's still breathing.
keep shooting.
Yeah.
That is the thing. You're like, do you
Just
do
being like, they're still skinning. Like, are you saying we winged this motherfucker?
Dude, your accent's charming as hell, by the way.
Yeah.
For me, that's when you call in Kurt Russell with a flamethrower, because you're dealing with something scary
torch
here.
him.
The creature is again seen from time to time. He's gonna hit me.
Kurt Russell. Just him and Kurt Russell and a creature at a bonfire. At the end of the movie, just being like, it could be one of us. And it's just a red-eyed 30-foot tall creature sitting next to him.
I don't know. We're going to have to figure out which one of us it is here.
No. You got that right, Skippy.
And Keith David's in the corner like, I swear, I don't know why they wrote me out of this.
I swear I got killed too soon.
This story, and the true story here, by the way, that we're going to unpack for a second, and let me know whenever you have to dip. I mean that.
Oh, you're good. I bought some extra time.
You're a good man, sir. He really is, folks. I'm a big fan of Tristan. So
I'm a big fan of KP.
Well, this
Clux Penis Burke.
See, everyone always normally gets it wrong, but just first
K
shot.
stands from the Ku Klux Klan. P obviously stands for penis.
See, people think it's clan, but it's clucks as in chicken.
Oh, yeah. Come from a long line of chicken farmers.
Yeah, it's my father was Kaopectate Burke.
Yeah. And then off he comes to Ellis Island.
They screwed everything up, man. They're like, we're going to go with Kevin. How about Kevin?
Yeah.
This creature, by the way, it will be seen again from time to time. It's going to keep the townsfolk up at night. As Tristan said, they're probably using it to keep children behaving. It will again be seen in 1893, which is 10 years after the incident/sighting by the unfortunate cowboy. So we're talking about a decade of destruction here. But the truth in it is actually pretty great. This story has it all, folks. It has ghosts, Confederates, funny animals, and a Muslim guy from Greece named Hi Jolly.
Hi Jolly?
Yeah, you know about Hi Jolly?
It sounds like what you would yell to Jolly as he's going down the street on a bike.
That's exactly the Americanized version of it. His name was, I'm not even kidding, his name was Haj Ali. And the good people of Arizona were like, oh, that's Hi Jolly over there.
Yeah.
And it's why he was a cool dude.
You should meet his shorter brother, Low Jolly.
You'd think he'd be more jolly, but he's a little less. Less. Dude.
He's a little tart every once in a while on account of the vicious racism and all.
Dude, his story, this Hi Jolly guy's story, it comes into this a little bit. He is one of the greatest.
Oh, by gosh, Hi Jolly.
He's literally in a Christmas song.
Really?
No, that'd be great, though.
Damn, dude, you got my ass.
Well, he's one of the greatest assimilation stories of all time. Mm-hmm. Because we brought him over here for some weird stuff. But first, folks, we got to give you a little bit of Zeitgeist. Boom. Andrew Jackson is president. The Indian Removal Act is resulting in the Trail of Tears. Texas is not only going to win its independence, it's going to be its own republic for a little while. Nat Turner's rebellion has people losing sleep at night, and the White House has its first sex scandal known as the Petticoat Affair. Michigan becomes a state, and the U.S. will experience one of its first financial crises. So, around this time, we know about places like California and Oregon, but there's a largely unknown, at the time, we really didn't have any maps or anything drawn up of Arizona. We're just like, that's ours. We don't know what it is, but it's ours.
Do you want to know something that we used to do in Arizona?
Please.
There's the Desert Diamond Casino, and there's a bunch of like little dive bars on the way over there. And what you do is you hit all the dive bars before you go to Desert Diamond Casino, and it's called the Trail of Beers. That's not true.
You're telling me that's not real?
That's not real, but it could be real. We can make that up.
There's going to be people that are going to make that like part of their vacation this year.
Do a Trail of Beers?
I tell you, we did the Trail of Beers.
Yeah.
I brought the whole family on me, and they got pretty mad about it a few times.
They got pretty mad about it.
I told them, I said,
due to smallpox blankets and all, but
this is history. I'm trying to show you history.
We take a decent stop in Tombstone.
Well, there's so much territory down there, and people seem to be under the impression that most of this is dry and mostly arid desert that's inhospitable for human life. But when you have territory, you got to scout it. You got to figure out what the hell it is that you got.
It's
going to be evaluated, and after several treaties, a few wars, and a few more forceful removals, After all, can't be relocating the Indians to too much of primo territory, so they're going to send them out to the desert. You guys figure it out. You're good at this.
Yeah.
This will call for the U.S. military to launch expeditions, and this process is going to take almost 20 years, but there's one guy in the story that's crucial to the story. If it sounds like we're way off topic on a weird, crazy beast out there in the Arizona desert, we're not. We're kind of explaining it. Major George Crossman had an idea that they finally listened to. It's the desert. It's going to be tough to keep horses and mules healthy out there while exploring new territory. And his answer was camels.
Yep.
So I feel like you knew the end of the story, too.
Yep.
Camels, by the way, pretty cool. They can carry up to 600 pounds of gear.
One of my buddies owned in Buckeye. His dad owned a camel.
None of this surprises me.
Yeah, his dad owned a camel, and he came home. It was like in high school, and he was like, "Yo, you got to see this camel." Me and my dad bought. And we were like, "You don't own a fucking camel," but he had like a bunch of land, and we went over there, and we saw his camel, and then we just kept on calling it a horse. And just being like, dude, your horse looks fucking crazy.
Dude, why does your horse have this giant... Is he sick?
No, just being like, I think your horse is broken. And they're like, no, it's a camel. I'm like, dude, your horse is gay. Let's go play video games.
We torture... you have to. That's like... That's pretty much like boys growing up 101 is to just disrespect whatever your friend is proud of.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He's super pumped on it. We're just being like, dude, our buddy
Come see my camel, guys.
Yeah, someone got Takis for lunch today. This is more exciting than your dumbass fucking camel.
We brought some sugar cubes to feed your horse, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a rock at that thing.
Well, this process, by the way, of getting the camels out there, because camels are pretty cool animals. They can carry up to 600 pounds of gear. They're not going to need much water. And since they carry so much internally, of course, in the water, after all, that is what the desert people do over there in the Middle East, so why would we not copy it here? That's really one of the great American traditions is we just take another culture's success and then kind of implement it to ours and apply things loosely here. I mean,
it's crazy to call them desert people.
It's
they're called Mexicans.
I was talking about the Middle East. Dude.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Arizona. My bad.
So a senator from Mississippi agrees with this, but he can't seem to get the idea funded. And luckily, a few years later, Franklin Pierce will become president, and he will appoint the same senator from Mississippi who supported this idea as his Secretary of War. This is what gets the idea of the United States Camel Corps into full motion here. And it is all thanks to this brave senator from Mississippi, now the Secretary of War for Franklin Pierce's administration. His name is Jefferson Davis.
No way.
Yep. So Tristan and most of the loser devotees are pretty solid on their Civil War notices. But if that name sounds familiar, is because in 1855, he gets this idea approved with a $30,000 budget, which adjusted for inflation is over $1 million. Also worth noting, when the program fails about 5 years later, it's because Jefferson Davis is no longer a member of the United States at all. In fact, he's the president of the Confederacy. Yeah, folks, that same Jefferson Davis. So,
yeah.
Starting a camel corps sounds great. You got to get the camels, though, right?
Got it.
In your head, where are you going for camels?
I mean, with today, like if someone said, I'll give you $10,000, produce one camel, I would fucking melt down trying to find a camel. With all the modern resources I have, I'm pretty sure there's an app where I can get a camel like Uber Eats. But
That's true.
Honestly, the fact of getting a camel in the 1800s sounds like a borderline impossible task.
It's going to require some imagination and,
Yeah.
and a little bit of a trip around the world here, too. Because I would be nervous. You know where you can find them, right? And by the way, I don't know if I've actually...
You don't know where you can find them. You've heard where you can find them.
That's the key. That's the gimmick on that one, where
Yeah.
I sit there, I'm like, well, I know that they're from Saudi Arabia, right? Because Lawrence of Arabia had them. And this is all just like very loose, wild assumptions I'm making. But it's that thing of where in the modern world we have more knowledge but less wisdom.
Yeah.
So we're like, oh yeah, I know about that. And then you're like, but do you have any practical use for the information? I'm like, no.
If I was sitting in my back pocket on the practical use of how to get a camel everywhere I went, I'd be a fucking idiot.
What if I told you that by knowing how to handle camels, you could eventually come to Arizona and become one of their state heroes? Of course, everyone's going to butcher your name in the process, but
True.
you know who's coming into the story here?
Yes, I do.
Hi, Jolly's back, folks.
Hi. Oh, by gosh, hi, Jolly.
They're going to bring in Major Henry C. Wayne. He is a solid American Army officer, although he too will later join the Confederacy for the upcoming Civil War. And he's armed with a sweet, sweet amount of government funding. Major Wayne will head to England, Italy, and finally Tunisia, where he will eventually buy and purchase camels that are from Tunisia, Egypt, and Turkey. So we buy 33. 33 total are brought in. One camel dies during the transport.
R.I.P.
Yep, but good news, buddy. One of the camels was pregnant, or 2 camels banged on the boat. We don't know. But
Fuck,
they
dude.
showed up with an extra camel. 2 were born.
That's some real arc shit.
It's we were down 1 initially, but we had kind of made 2 new ones on the way over here.
That's the cool thing about like animals, to where you're just like, all right, we have 6 months on a boat, and just being like, oh, we forgot 3 camels. You're just like, we have 6 months on a boat. We will make 3 camels.
That's right. Play a Barry White record. All right, just kind of let them do their thing.
I'll
Give
go
them some
fuck a
room to move it.
You can't get a woman on a boat without her wanting to get pregnant.
Whoa, Michael.
So, what the fuck did you just say?
All women get horny for boats. Of all species.
All species of women get horny for boats.
Is your logic of this the biblical thing of Noah's Ark?
Did
No.
you just get more pussy on a cruise recently?
No, have you ever taken a girl on a boat? She's gonna suck your dick.
Whoa.
I mean,
We're teetering on the Dennis implication here from It's Always Sunny, I think.
yeah. See, what I've done recently is I've taken my girlfriend out on one of those Central Park paddle boats and demanded head.
Dude, it's crazy too because they do it, but then at the whole same time, like you wind up just your knees just banging it back and forth, and it gets ugly.
I want her spinning, so we're just doing a donut in the middle of the Central Park lake while she's blowing me.
It's a tricky thing, aquatic roadhead, I suppose.
True.
But that doesn't mean we should give up on it.
No.
All right.
It's a whole American dream right there. That's how you get fucking 30 camels to Arizona.
And by the way, the best part of it is that they do arrive back. They come right from the Middle East. They probably stop in Italy for a minute, I think, and then they wind up in
For
Texas.
the cheese and wine.
That's
A little cultural trip.
That's right. We still have some government funding left
Yeah.
over. Let's get something to eat while we're here, guys.
The 2 camels that had kids are honeymooning.
Harrington, where'd you go on your honeymoon recently?
To Camel Florence.
You humped up in fucking Florence?
Oh, dude. So, camels have humps. They were doing some humping. Everybody made something happen here. By the time that they're able to bring in other new arrivals too, the United States Camel Corps, which is in Texas at this time, is now up to 70 camels strong. And they hired several local expert camel riders to showcase the remarkable nature of these creatures.
Do they have a SEAL team headed by Joe Camel?
That's kind of what I wanted, and I did wind up looking up Joe Camel stuff for the show because I was like, if I could get a shirt, I would wear it.
Yeah.
But even my dad had one of those shirts back in the day, and he didn't even smoke. That's how cool those shirts were.
Yeah, dude. Those are like Venice Boardwalk airbrush camel. It was so tight.
It was a simpler time.
It was a simpler time. Back when you can buy a pool table with lung cancer.
I don't think he does comedy anymore, but my buddy Jake Head had the best joke about that, where he said his dad had so much camel cash that he bought a generator. Like literally they were able to get a generator with the camel logo on it. And he goes, and that generator got us through 2 hurricanes in Florida. You ever smoke so much you save your family?
That's awesome.
Jake Head's a hilarious comic. If he's not doing it anymore, I wish he would come back to it. By the way, another smart move over here is that not only are the camels proving to be outstanding for what they're being used for here, which is traversing the desert and being able to carry men and products while they're doing that, equipment I should really say, but the other smart thing they do is that they hire people that actually know what the hell they're doing with them. So it's not just a bunch of yokel army boys trying to figure out like this horse is funny, like you were saying. So one such guy that they hire is Hi Jolly.
Hi Jolly.
He is a Turkish-born Greek and Arab Christian who had converted to Islam later in life, having gone to Mecca. He will then become an expert camel rider and breeder, breeding camels with other camels. I guess it's not exactly husbandry, but whatever. You got to make animals bang sometimes. If you like animals, you got to thank the guy that's making them bang.
Dude, I can't imagine being just like the staunch racist you must be in the Arizona West in like the 1800s and watching a Turkish Greek man come into a saloon and just being like, "What, you ride here on a camel?" And he's like, "Yes."
Correct.
Correct.
Yes. Oh.
It is outside.
Oh, you've heard of what we do.
Hello, my name.
Yeah, we don't really like your kind out here. I might have to call the army, and I'm actually part of your army now. This is crazy.
High-ranking member of the army. Hello, my name is Hi Jolly.
You say your name was High Jolly?
Oh, I'd like to see you go bye, Jolly.
It's the Haj Ali is the fellow we're talking about here, folks. He will quickly Americanize it to Hi Jolly. He's one of 8 men of Greek heritage to arrive in Texas with the Camel Corps after several successful surveying trips, better maps, and scouting of Arizona, modern New Mexico, and other parts of the California territories. These are all things that we're able to now, we've acquired them. Mexico gave them up, and we took them from them in a war, really. But now we actually know what the hell we have. And a lot of the major towns around that area get built up because of this. So, you got a scooter now?
In like 10 minutes.
You're the man, dude. All right, I'll get you out of here on time, I promise. The camels are effectively used for long-range desert recon. The U.S. Army would not have much need for that in their immediate future, but it's almost that weird thing where they're like, I don't know, I feel like we should learn how to fight in the desert. I just feel like maybe in 120 years this is going to become like really important to us.
Yeah, I have an inkling.
That's
that maybe we should learn this a touch more.
I had a vision last night.
Yeah, we should learn a lot from Hi Jolly.
Yeah, Hi Jolly talked to us about what are things like over there. Oh, it's terrible, terrible. I miss it so much.
Yeah. How is it like over there compared to here? The same.
That's
pretty much the exact carbon copy.
It's by the way, Hi Jolly has a monument to him in Arizona.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And it is built in the shape of a pyramid.
That rules.
Yeah, I thought so. We really did love the hell out of this guy.
Yeah, that fucking rules.
We got to be pretty cool if you're gonna make it work. Like it really is based off the person. Or like,
oh yeah,
if he just came over and goes, "You stupid Americans," well, you're not going to get anywhere too far. You know what I mean? But he came over. He's like, "Oh, you idiots can't say my name right. Whatever. I'll run with Hi Jolly." And then he marries an American girl and just becomes like, pretty much Uncle Sam.
Dude, the man. That's what. Dude, I swear to God, that's what happens. Like people come over. It's not even like people come over here and they're just like the people that come over and they're just like, the American dream. It's like I don't think that ever happened back then. People came over to like assimilate and be American the most that they can. Like even to the point where people who were born here were just like, all right, guy, chill out. He's like, nah, dude, I'm running for local Congress. I'm trying to change shit. And he's just being like, well, I'm drinking whiskey at a saloon till I die. It seems like you're actually putting more of an impact.
The rot gut is here.
Yeah.
I think you're right too, by the way, because it turns into one of those things where people are just hyper grateful for how. I don't know if we had limited government back then or just we had an inability to enforce basic laws.
Yeah.
Where, keep in mind, this is also Arizona. This is roughly the same time period, too. Imagine Hi Jolly writing back home. He goes, "Oh, I met the local mullah the other day, and wouldn't you know it, his name is Bert Alford. So the mullah has to investigate a crime against the sheik, but wouldn't you know it, the mullah, he robbed the sheik himself."
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's honestly kind of beautiful because that's like the first, like that's where you see like the modern, like the less modern day of assimilation into the Americas. Because when you hear about like people immigrating, it's mostly from like, like coming in through New York and spreading out throughout the East. But the motherfuckers who get all the way out West, it just like there's almost a base level of respect for you just being like, and where are you from?
Yeah.
And you're all the way out here?
The opposite of strength in numbers kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like, I think I'm the only Turkish Greek fella around here. I'm going to have to get real polite real quick.
I'm going to have to get, but the thing is I feel like you would build such a respect amongst the community. Whereas like anyone out, like 2 years in, anyone else who's like a Turkish Greek fella walking in, they'll be like, all right, we can calm down on him. Because this guy's nice, and we fuck with him.
Are you friends with Hi Jolly? I don't understand what the question is.
Just immediately, everyone, yes.
Gonna have to move on now, aren't you, fella?
Yeah.
Now, they do bring mules out on these expeditions with the Camel Corps here, but the mules will routinely die or need longer breaks than the camels. Almost no camels ever die on these perilous journeys, by the way. They're outlasting their human drivers in terms of carrying on through adversity. This mission has proven very, very effective. This is one of those weird times where, like, hey, we're going to try an experiment, and it works. Works pretty damn good. But the desert's not going to see much action in the next big chapter of American history, which is the Civil War, as it's rearing its ugly head. Funding for the camel expedition is cut off, and the officers that remain loyal to the U.S. are required for other duties. For instance, Major Wayne. He will remain loyal to his home state of Georgia and joins the Confederacy. If you're keeping track in this story, that is three people from the U.S. Camel Corps directly involved with its creation and its implementation, who are now fighting for a country against the country that they were sworn to protect. So it gets a little tricky.
But
down
not
there.
High Jolly.
That's a High Jolly is a man with no country to a certain extent. By the way, Major Wayne does get. I thought this was interesting. He's recognized for his kindness to the animals. He's like routinely given like humanitarian awards in his name because of the kind treatment that he gave to the camels.
Yeah.
Which is why they were allowed to flourish and be healthy. But he's also a Confederate, so it's that weird thing of like when PETA has to be like, if you guys could just be more like this Confederate general, then the world would be a better place.
If you guys could be more like Nazi crocodile hunter.
Well, the success of the program is so obvious and widespread that the King of Siam, I shit you not, the King of Siam, who I recently found out is not Yul Brynner.
Wow.
He wrote a letter offering and encouraging a program he wanted to send us Siamese war elephants.
Dog, how fucking sick would that have been? First off, unfortunately, we would live in a different United States if the Confederacy had Siamese war elephants. That would be...
There is cover art of a band called Clutch. I don't know if you know Clutch.
I've heard of Clutch.
So Clutch was a band I was into. They got featured heavy during the Viva La Bam stuff. I think they were on a couple episodes of that.
Yes, dude. That's how I've heard of fucking Clutch.
Yeah, they have one of their albums is called I think it was called The Elephant Riders, and it's just, yep, boom, there it is, yep. Just Civil War era guys fighting on war elephants.
That's so tight.
Pretty great. By the way, super fast, Harrington. I'm very impressed with you today.
Yeah, that was a little quick. All right, Jamie, chill out, dude.
That's he's upping his speed right now because since Dom converted to Islam, Dom has been, pretty much he has to take breaks to pray to Mecca at certain times during the day, and so I feel like that's actually spurred on Harrington's growth and quickness.
Dude, I feel like such a pussy whenever I see those guys like straight up on cardboard praying to Mecca because I'm like, I have nothing that serious in my life.
Yeah, you kind of wish that you...
If I had some sort of discipline, wasn't such a pussy, that like I could actually dedicate myself to something like that and just be like, no, I gotta pray to Mecca. I gotta live my life by these rules. Instead, I'm just like, I want a beer because I'm sad.
That's... There was... I did go to a couple of mosques when I was in Dubai, and the first thing I was thinking of...
Riyadh?
Well, no, it was... Dubai, I was stationed there.
You're doing the comedy festival?
I wish, man. That'd be even better, right?
You're stationed at the comedy festival?
Dude, that's your job is to keep Bert Kreischer alive.
Your job is to keep Dave Chappelle's green room sufficiently supplied. Are you saying you haven't supplemented for the Swisher Sweet budget in this?
Oh, dude.
You're out of your mind. Actually, he smokes backwoods. I apologize.
Does he really?
Interesting. I have no idea. I assume.
I got a nice gift package from a cigar named after a little cigarillo named after a certain Chicago era gangster.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they want to work with us on the show, so I got to talk to them about it. But,
no shit.
Yeah, they gave us they gave us cool headphones. It's like their version of Beats by Dre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they're going after a demographic. That's what it is. You got to find the people that like that stuff.
Going after the Italians instead of, Beats by, just imagine just like some greaseball just being like, no, so Beats by Dre are for a very certain group of people. We're trying to make the Italian version of Beats by Dre.
Yeah, it's it's like the inverse of when Cristal was becoming popular in hip hop videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, buddy, we almost had it.
For the Jews, you could do Beats by Dreidel.
Say again?
For the Jews, you could do Beats by Dreidel.
I like it. Do you know what? I think I like it.
Modest Yahoo, baby. He was a guy.
Is that the Jewish version of Modest Mouse?
That's unfortunately, I've seen Modest Yahoo perform live once. Yep.
Yeah.
The things you do for a cute girl that's into the band OAR. Now, the success of this program is crazy here to the point where Abe Lincoln legitimately is thinking about it. He's thinking about, like, can we bring in Siamese war elephants?
That's
And if you liked Abe Lincoln but also wish we had Siamese war elephants, I'm sorry to tell you, he's the one who shot that whole program down, folks.
That's probably really smart.
It was, well, imagine hitting an elephant instead of a deer on I-95.
Also, could you imagine, I don't know, a cannon versus an elephant?
I'll tell you what, that's making a hell of a movie, if nothing else.
Yeah.
How much leeway did we get out of all the bad Jurassic Park movies? One of them was on before.
So it's like a definite, like, when this thing falls, it's killing for at least 4 guys.
Yeah, it can fall forward and still take out about 5 people. You know,
on our team.
Yeah, much like Camp Scattaboo. That's
yeah, yeah. I pray for his ankle.
Dude, he's going to be back. He's going to be back, folks. He'll never be on the show.
Fucking back.
The camels, by the way, once the war effort kicks off and there's no use for the Camel Corps in the Civil War, they wind up selling them off. They're sold at auction to help pay for the war efforts. High Jolly will actually serve in the Geronimo campaign. So that's how crazy that is. The United States government is going after a Native American war chief. You know what I mean? We're going after him. He's one of the most famous men in the world. And we hired a Greek Arab Muslim guy on a camel to come do some of the jockey work on that one. I think he was riding a mule at that time, if I remember the story right.
That's fucking tight.
He does become, do you want to talk about Americanizing yourself here?
Yeah.
He goes by the name Philip Tedrow towards the end.
So sick.
He's still known as High Jolly by everybody. Oh, it's High Jolly, but on like official forms, he can't write High Jolly.
Yo, I'm Philip Tedrow.
What's up, Philly Tedrow? How you doing? It's good to be here.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to thank you
Philly
guys for having me.
Philly Ted. All right, I do unfortunately have to dip.
Get the hell out of here, Anson.
But also,
always.
let me say, by the end of the story, it's fucking fantastic. Wait, I mean, I don't want to spoil it.
It's, I'll tell you what, hit him with it and I'll unpack it.
Yeah. So basically, I think what happened was one of the riders died while on top of the camel.
Yep.
And the camel just said, I'm out. And then just walked the desert for like 15 years, not dying, completely living. And then with a dude just sitting on the back, just like, the entire time. And everyone lost their fucking minds because they didn't know that it wasn't a demon.
It is, he's absolutely right here, folks. That's what happened. They can't tell if it's a Confederate soldier or if it was a prospector that had to, was just hoping that the camel could take him for water. But guess what? Camels don't need water. So this guy wandered the desert to the point where his decomposed body stayed on the back of this thing until some local cowboys shot his head off. So.
Yeah. Now he's just a headless guy on a camel. But thank you, KP.
No, of course,
I love
buddy.
you bunches, buddy.
Right back, dude.
I'm sorry,
All right, go kill it tonight, man.
every
Get
time I
outta
do
here,
this
you're
pod,
fine.
I got to run. But
You're all good,
thanks
dude.
for having me, guys. Shout out Chris Chan. Long live.
And well, folks, you're absolutely right. Tristan nailed it here. The camels that get sold at auction, people kind of have a hard time keeping track of them. So what's going to happen is a couple of the camels wind up in different places. There's a Confederate guy that captures one of the bases in Texas, and he includes camels on the list of things that he had when he was requesting a ransom from the U.S. government. But this is where it gets pretty great. In a hurry. They eventually discover that a farmer by the name of Mizu Hastings, this is in 1893. Mizu Hastings, great name. He's going to see the reddish nightmare creature eating out in his fields. This is 10 years after the incident with the stomping. Not missing his chance, Mizu Hastings will shoot the creature, and to his surprise, it drops with one shot. So this thing took on 6 cowboys. A guy tried to lasso it, but apparently Mizu Hastings had the kill shot on it. Drops this thing right there. As it would appear to turn out, folks, the unkempt, long-suffering creature was actually a camel escaped from the Camel Corps itself, or one of its direct descendants. Why would you know that? Because there's no camels in Arizona that weren't brought in for the Camel Corps. So this poor guy who is stuck on the back of it, whether it's a dying soldier or whether it's, like I said, a prospector that kind of clung to it, hoping that it would get him over to the water, never actually gets him there. You sit and you rot and you die and you decompose on the back of this camel that doesn't really give a shit you're there. In fact, is probably pretty grateful because you keep getting lighter and lighter as you decompose into dust. And that would make for the unkempt, weird-looking camel creature that is terrifying the people out in Arizona. And now you have a skeleton rider that is literally a decomposing man floating around on the back of it. It really doesn't get much weirder than that one, but the local stories like to call him the Red Ghost, and they've had a hell of a run with it so far, too. By the way, High Jolly, his little sculpture, his where he's buried is actually very close to a sculpture of the Red Ghost over here. And this is one of those wild stories where it's a little bit part Bigfoot, it's a little bit Jersey Devil, which of course I'm going to know some stuff about, and we managed to include the Confederacy. So that being said, folks, I want to say thank you to everybody who checks the show out. My guest, Tristan Bowling, hilarious dude. Really just hit it off with him right away, man. Sorry for all the weird asides here, but also not sorry. We're having fun in this era. Dominator, you're the man. Thank you so much. Dr. Harrington, you're a good man. And by the way, folks, my name was KP Burke, and that was the Red Ghost, American Loser.
On the edge they take the throne, built on bones of those unknown. Not in first, never last, still erased from the past.